Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is AJ Reg Crypto. Thanks for joining me. I hope some of you came over from BitBoy's channel. Just did a bunch of TA there live. Got a lot more to talk about on my show. It was hard to just pick a couple charts on that show because I'm like, I have so many ideas to talk about, but I wanted to kind of knock out Near, and I talked about the Algorand idea, and then I talked about one other one. I forget what the other one was because there's so many. Was it ICP? No, ICP's on this show. It doesn't matter. Got so many trading ideas. Guys, thanks for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Had to have a late start today. Went after Ben's show today because the battery in the caddy died. I went to turn it over and it went, duh, duh, duh. And I was like, that's what I get for wearing a MAGA hat. That's what I get. That's what I get. That karma, everybody. But hey, it's all good. Later show, no big deal. I got a lot going on today. I got a Mario Space, Mario Nafal at 4:30. Also going to film the Ondo price prediction today. I got a Cardano video coming out today as well. Big shout out to my guy Pro Bro, new sub, came from BitBoy channels, man. Hey, I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining the party, bro. Crypto Carter says no excuses for being late, even though I watched you on Ben's channel. Also, big shout out to our guy Overnight Express, a member of the channel, Australian trucking Sydney to Brisbane every night, 180 miles to go, waiting for our boy. Hey, man, I hope you have a safe drive. Thanks so much for listening in while you're on your way, driving your truck in Australia, man. That is absolutely crazy to me. I literally got a Telegram sign up yesterday from Dublin, Ireland. And it is wild how crypto reaches across the world and brings people together. And that's, I think, probably my favorite part of this entire community. You guys mean the world to me, especially international listeners. That's absolutely amazing. Thanks for being here, bro. I hope you have a safe drive across the country, man. Australia. Amazing. So, guys, we did just yesterday. The Telegram group popped off yesterday. And I am just so proud of the group and everybody really putting their heads down and winning trades like across the board. Like, I opened up a second channel in the Telegram group. So one of the channels is all my setups, my ideas, me talking, and the second channel is for the Grogger community, for people to post pictures of their winning trades, of their own trading ideas, and exchange information together. That's what it's all about. I should have done that from the start, but I was trying to make that work on PHEMEX Pulse. I just decided now to do it all on the Telegram. But guys, I do want to share this with you, and no lie at all. Go to the Telegram and look. These trades, these 6 trades are just the past 2 days from people in the Telegram group. A 64% long on Phantom, 47%, almost 48% on PopCat. We had a 26% short on SWI, a 25% short on WIF, an 18% short on PopCat, and I believe almost 12% short on ApeCoin. 6 winning trades in just the past 2 days. I could not be more proud of the traders in this group, especially the traders that are learning the ropes as they go, winning these trades along the way. That must be such a great, rewarding feeling to be like, all right, I want to figure this out and start to knock out trades like this back to back to back. That is what it's all about. I could not be more excited for the traders in the group that are, getting their legs under them, putting those hours in, learning what it means to put in the work. Y'all are absolutely killing it. Big shout out to them. And if you want to join my Telegram Alpha group, send me an email at ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. Join Grogger Nation today. Amazing. Also, big shout out to the chat. We got my guy Desert Crypto in the house. He is over at JPEG Empire with John Carter. And I did interview them yesterday. That video is coming out today because it is a decentralized dialogue. And what decentralized dialogue is, because I have been known for interviewing founders, CMOs, CEOs of crypto projects. But, they're always going to give you the alpha, but they're also going to give you like the nice version of the story, which is fine because they want to paint the best picture they can. That's literally their job, right? But when you talk to the community, the people that have been holding that coin that you're researching for years and years and years, they can tell you what it's like, what they would improve, what they want to see more of, what they think is going to happen. And I do have, kind of an updated Cardano price prediction video today with myself, Desert Crypto, and John Carter. Really, really great people in the Cardano community, and they're both in the Grogger Nation. So make sure you stick around, check that video out in a couple hours. It will be dropping on this channel. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications. And also, I will be filming the Ondo price prediction today, hoping to put that out probably. That's probably not going to come out tomorrow. You might get it on Saturday. All right, so there is that as well. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. Crypto Night Texas asked, what hours do you trade? So I used to trade very, very late at night, like into 3, 4 in the morning, trade the Asian market. Lately, I've kind of gotten away from that, and I will trade when my alarms go off. That's my answer, because I don't have a, hey, look at that, let's trade it mentality anymore. I have a, let's set these levels, let's set these patterns. When the alarms go off, look at the chart, search for confluence, and make an argument why I should or shouldn't execute the trade. So I'm reacting to the market completely. I'm not just hopping in trades because I feel like it. So what hours do I trade? Whenever the alarm goes off, that's when I trade. Amazing. So all right, so yeah, definitely shout out to Crypto Night Texas. Hit the likes, subscribe to the channel, all that good jazz. So got a couple stories today. I know Ben did cover, you know, a lot of this, but I just kind of want to go over it myself. US presidential debate spurs risk off sentiment in crypto market. Well, I do wish that, because crypto has been politicized the way it has been, I wish that they would consider crypto as a question in the debate. You know, with Trump taking that hard stance at Bitcoin Nashville, with Kamala, you know, at least accepting crypto donations, but it's probably going to be more of the same in terms of what Biden did with crypto. It is pretty cut and dry. The sentiment is in crypto is that the Democrats are anti-crypto and the Republicans are pro-crypto. And honestly, and I think people kind of get me wrong when I talk about this topic, because it's not about, I want Trump to win so my bags go up. That's not what it's about. I respect crypto as an industry in a way most people don't. And I understand how many new jobs in this industry has created and how many thousands and thousands of more jobs it will continue to create for people. The problem with me in high school and those checklists they made you do is that what I was supposed put on this planet to do, that their job did not exist when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Doing this wasn't a thing. And this makes complete sense to me. I'm doing this full time. I'm doing very, very well. And the thing is that I think once the rest of America respects crypto for the industry that it is, that's when we're going to see the tide start to change. And that's why I would like to see them at least mention it in the debate, because it has been pretty obvious what Gary Gensler has done, you know, from the left side of the aisle, Elizabeth Warren, the Biden administration coming out, all those Wells notices, all got to end. And I say that because, do I want a Trump White House? Because it's not because crypto can pump so I get richer than I already am. That's not what it's about. It's about making America the standard, America the powerhouse for this industry. That's what really matters. Are we going to push crypto innovation offshore into the hands of the countries that are going to crush us with it? Or are we going to be the crypto powerhouse, make friendly regulation, and encourage innovation right here in our country? That is what matters to me. And that is why I'm wearing this hat. No cap, 100%. Okay. It has nothing to do with my personal bags pumping. It has everything to do with this industry continuing to grow into the powerhouse I know it can be. Bitcoin started as a counterculture idea in 2008 and has grown into a multi-trillion with a T dollar industry. Let's make that American. Let's not let the BRICS nations use the technology we're pushing to them to crush us. If America wants to be the world reserve currency for another 100 years, we need crypto on our side. It's that simple. And that's where my vote sets it. And it has everything to do with the monetary policy, has everything to do with, you know, the business nature of Trump, him you know, correctly switching his stance on crypto, him doing his own NFTs. You know, he's involved. He's involved. And Bitcoin Nashville, any qualms I had went out the window. And I'm not a Trumper. I am a pro crypto advocate, period. And that's where I sit. And this is the aisle where that lays. So there we go. In terms of everything else in the news, inflation has been finally, working itself out. All right. The Consumer Price Index report shows U.S. inflation down from 2.6% in July, bringing it closer to the Federal Reserve's 2% target. The Fed is expected to cut interest rates by 25 basis points during the September 17th meeting, which is, about a week out, with a 71% chance predicted by the CME's group Fed Watch tool. That's what we looked at on the BitBoy show. And following $2 trillion stock market loss in early August, the Fed upcoming rate cuts aim to stabilize the economy and guide it toward a soft landing. So it is really good to see that the CPI came in good for us. That is what we want to see. We do want to, try to get to that goal of 2%. And the thing is that people put a lot of stock into this Fed pivot. This is the first time we've slashed interest in a very long time. All right. And the thing is that a weak dollar is a strong market and vice versa. All right. And there was kind of the hype built up that, if we're expecting a 50 and we only get a 25, if we get that 25 expecting a 50, it's lower than expected. And although we got the pivot we've been waiting for, it could still cause a crash because it was lower than expected. Now the 25 is expected. So getting a 25 is not going to cause the dump because we wanted a 50. But now that it is a 25, if they come out with the 50, everyone's going to lose their minds and things are going to pump bananas. So make sure you pay attention to, what FOMC does next week. And CPI came in just about as good as it could, today. I know there were some people a little bit worried about that, especially when you consider like the falsified jobs report and everything like that. But that's kind of a whole nother box of potatoes there. So that's basically it. Crypto is the future. I could not agree more. All right, so going to keep the ball rolling here. Got a couple other this was another story about inflation as well. I'm not going to go into that one. Basically the same one as before. And I had one more cool one as well. CleanSpark. Come on, load. There we go. CleanSpark buys 7 Bitcoin mining facilities in Tennessee for $30 million. That is absolutely amazing. The Bitcoin miner said it will acquire 7 mining facilities around Knoxville. So the operating hash rate of the facilities is anticipated to result in over 5 EH, will increase CleanSpark's current hash rate by over 22%. That is a very significant increase. Not going to go down the whole rabbit hole of this story, but guys, it is good to see stories. These are the types of stories that, they're spending $30 million on these mining facilities, but everyone's bearish, but we're going to crash, but the economy is over. Are you kidding me? These are the stories you want to see. And I will leave it there. And guys, I do want to take a second. It is September 11th. We all know what happened back in 2001. I do just want to take like an honest moment of silence on this show. Just say, silent prayer, close your eyes, whatever, for everybody we lost that day. We all remember where we were that day, man. I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and and we really don't want to see anything like that happen on American soil again. So just quick moment of silence for for everyone we lost for 9/11 and all the families affected. So do that. Much love. Never forget, everybody. Never forget. We bleed red, white, and blue over here, everybody. That was not the best. Mike J, AJ, what are your honest thoughts on the stock CleanSpark? Are you a holder? Wanted to diversify a bit? Well, I don't hold any stocks at all. I am a crypto bro through and through. I have, looked into the stock market. I've learned a lot about the stock market from, obviously, from writing for Ben and just through my journey in crypto. I didn't never think I would ever know as much as I do about the stock market, but I also don't trade stocks. I don't like watching paint dry. I'm not much on watching paint dry. I don't know about you, but that's kind of where I stand there. And to be honest, so a lot of I do want to talk about the debate, and basically across the board, the debate last night was just like 3-on-1, man. Like the whole bit about Trump getting fact checked to the point he's literally backed into a wall. Like, oh, people were eating pets. People were eating cats and dogs. Like he had to say that, and it was like a real thing that happened that they like tried to cover up. And Kamala coming out with the whole like Project 2025 thing, already knowing that he distanced himself from Project 2025. And then he's like, I distanced myself from Project 25. And then 20 minutes later, she comes back and says it again. It's like they're just like kind of driving like the same. I don't know. It was kind of a boring debate, to be honest. There were some moments that were fun, but the truth is that I don't think it changed anyone's minds. I don't think anyone watched that debate and said, okay, I'm definitely going to vote for her now, or I'm definitely going to vote for him now. The truth is that Americans are stubborn and hard-headed, and anybody who was going to vote for Trump is looking for reasons they should vote for Trump. And anybody that's going to vote for Kamala is looking for reasons on how they can pick him apart and why she is so filled with joy and is so wonderful and is so joyful, joy. And that's it. Like no one's minds are going to be changed. There's nothing anyone can say to change anyone's minds. And that's the really the power of media. And I really can't stand how the ABC, just despicable, man. Like, dude, like 5 minutes after the debate, like, they have Tim Walz on, and it's just like, and all like the people after were just like, oh, Kamala did so great, I'm so filled with joy. And it's just like, okay, like we get it. It's just like, I really would like to, I wish there was like, I wish they would just both go on Joe Rogan. I wish they would both go on Joe Rogan at the same time and really talk about it. Like I really do. You know what I mean? And it's like, and the problem with Trump's argument, I think he could have done better. I think he could have done way better. You know why? Because his closing statement was fire. He said, okay, like, if you're going to make all these changes, why didn't you make those changes? You're going to make all these changes, says the person that's been in the place to make them for, the past 4 years. Like, he should have started there. Like, he should have pressed her on, why did you not do that? Like, you had all this time. Why didn't you do it? That's where he should have started. And he did take the bait on a lot of stuff, like they knew he would. And there's also this whole bit going on about her earrings. Her earrings were like headphones or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not, but it is funny just to see people like going down the rabbit hole right there. So, but it is what it is. People are going to obviously be on the side they're on, no matter what he says, no matter what I say. But honestly, all we can do is hope that it does freak me out when Trump, about like America dying and their economic policy. And the truth is, I don't think Kamala actually answered a question on her economic policy. When it comes to all the other, the border is significant because the border impacts the economy for sure. I think the abortion argument is basically just aimed at women, because I'm pretty sure a lot of men have a common sense stance on abortion. But I really think that is just for the female vote and has very little to do with like the macro economy. But really, my qualm is, okay, we're $34+ trillion in debt. What are we going to do about it? And that's what really matters to me. Everything else is just kind of noise. And I don't know what she's going to do about it. Like, I haven't heard one bit of, this is my plan. Oh, she says, oh, we have an opportunity economy. All right. Calling it the opportunity economy is just like how the Patriot Act was about the most unpatriotic thing like anybody could do ever. It was like what was called the Patriot Act was used to spy on citizens. So and like the Inflation Reduction Act was like the worst thing. It was literally dog shit. We haven't seen anything worse than the Inflation Reduction Act. The opportunity economy, like, I don't think that here's the problem, and I will leave it at this, but I did want to share my thoughts on it. Here's the problem, is that she appeals directly to people, I'm just going to say this plainly, that are not wealthy people. Straight up. I'm just going to go ahead and lay that out there. All right. Because if you're a business person, if you're a millionaire, if you're someone that gives a shit about money, period, like that's your drive. People like me, people like Ben, people like influencers in crypto, like, of course, you're going to side with what makes the most sense for monetary policy, what makes the most sense for the future, not to mention Trump's plan to actually use Bitcoin to bring down the national debt. All right. But when you appeal directly to the by yearly income, the lower 50-60% of America, and you tell those people that might make $40,000 a year, first of all, before I even say this, what is the average income for an American? Question mark. $37,000. Okay. This is exactly what I mean. 2022, the median income for someone in America is $37,000. Okay. That is pretty gross. I'll keep it real with you guys. It's September 11th. I've made more than $37,000 this month. Straight up, this month, I've made more than $37,000. It's been 11 days. Okay. And not that I'm not taking don't get me wrong. I'm not taking shots at the median income for those people that live that life. And because really, like, it's probably less than that, because the people that make the most money are really bringing that up. They're raising that ceiling. I bet if you eliminate the top 5th percentile, like if you, why is Alexa spying on me right now? Get out of here, Google. Go away. Okay. I bet if you eliminate the top 7% of moneymakers in America, that median would drop to probably like 25,000. You know what I mean? Like $37,000 is nothing. All right. And so when you tell those people that make that much money in a year, 12 months a year, tax the rich, doesn't it piss you off, all those successful people out there making good money? Of course it does. Guys. Okay. So they get all riled up. Tax the rich. Them, I don't have anything. I want to be upset. Like that is like so divisive, man. Because instead of like, hey, why don't you find another source of income? Hey, why don't you look into some investments? Hey, why don't you work harder? Hey, why don't you go to college? Like, don't give me a list of excuses why you're not successful. You're not successful because you use those excuses and hide behind that wall. Don't give me that. I had every excuse in my life to be a loser, big time, and every excuse. No way. No. Okay? Don't do that. My point here is that they don't understand what tax the rich means. They don't understand what tax the rich means at all, let alone, the unrealized tax capital gains. And then everyone always turns around and says, that's only for people that only make $100 million. It's called a tiptoe totalitarianism. All right. And this is when something is, it's basically, I want to find the best way to put this. It's the gradual erosion of individual freedoms and democratic principles in ways that are not immediately obvious. It's when authoritarian measures can slowly be introduced, like without much resistance, and it's always under the guise of like public safety or national interest, and because investor safety. Like we've heard that stick 1,000 times, right? And you've seen it 100 times, I've seen it 100 times, and it's basically, it's like when there's a new rule put in place that's only for certain people, but as time goes on, eventually and inevitably, it becomes normal for everyone. All right. So, like examples. Oh, where to begin? The surveillance state, censorship, the control of information. The militarization of the police. Like this has been. We've seen this like 1,000 times, guys. And I want you to understand that with unrealized capital gains, like I want you to play the tape out. I really want you to play the tape out. All right. Because first of all, it's going to incentivize the elite rich to find creative ways to hide money, which will drive those dollars out of America. Great job, everyone. And it's really all fun and games until America loses its footing as a world reserve currency, like I mentioned before. But do you really think that the people that have more than $100 million got to that level by playing that game? Do you really think they're just going to bend over and take a dent on their unrealized capital gains? Now, and there's 1,000 ways to avoid paying taxes. Shell companies, anonymous trusts, crypto mixers, starting businesses in favorable countries. Like, come on. So as the tape plays out, when the crafty investors invade the rule, the government will have projected, okay, we're taxing capital gains on unrealized investments we're taxing unrealized capital gains. We're projected to make this much money. And because the crafty investors evade the rule, the government will have not received the income that they projected to make, which is why they implement this in the first place. All right. So when that happens, they still need to pay for SEC lawsuits and proxy wars, right? So the government will lower the baseline again and again. Because when they only do it for people that make with $100 million, and those people evade the rule and find new crafty ways to avoid it, let's go to $50 million or let's go to $2 million. And it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. And remember, and I'm not sure how many people out there have read this little thing called the Constitution, but if you flip to the 16th Amendment, 16, that's +1 after 15, you will learn that gains that haven't been realized yet by any stretch of imagination could not be defined as income. Okay? Like that rule is unconstitutional, cut and dry. All right. Not to mention the direct tax clause, Article 1, Section 9, Chapter 4. All right. That they're just stepping on so many toes here. All right. And it's just, man, we can't deny like the fact that if it gets implemented, it has never been implemented before. If it gets implemented, that will become the new standard. And then it will be 100 million eventually into everybody. All right. And I thought Kamala wanted a reset with crypto. She'll take your crypto. You can donate your crypto. But this reset was quickly followed up by a Wells notice to OpenSea. Like, what's next? My Charizard? What's next? My Blastoise? Which one you want? My Zapdos? Like, in the streets, it's what we refer to as a slippery slope. Watch The Wire. All right. And man, if you don't see this, I don't know what to say. Like I said, no matter what I say, your mind won't be changed. Regardless of how many great points I make, you're just going to look for ways to pick it apart. And instead of accepting, the obvious truth that's right in front of you, like if you have your friends over, if I haven't changed your mind, listen to this. If you have your friends over for a football game, I'm pretty sure you would roast them if they double dipped inside of your homemade salsa. If they double dipped inside your wife's homemade salsa, you would be pissed at your friends. Fair? So why are you not? Let me rephrase this. Why are you going to defend Kamala Harris for quintuple dipping in American tax dollars. Like, where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? Because, like, when you invest your money into Bitcoin or crypto or whatever, that's money that you already paid taxes on. If you have money to spend, it means that you paid a tax to get it, income tax. All right. And then anytime you go to the store and buy eggs, you're getting that money that already has been taxed again. And if you buy crypto, it goes up, you're getting taxed again. You're getting taxed to give and to take and to buy and to sell and to exchange. They're triple dipping. I don't think, at face value, I don't think taxation is theft, but the way America taxes their citizens is 100% theft. And to tax gains that haven't even been realized. Do you realize what that means? If we buy something at 2 and it spikes to 12 and comes right back down to 7 and you sell at 7, you're getting taxed from 12. And the problem with that is that once it becomes like a standard thing, the market's going to be manipulated to the point that unless you have a perfect sell order at the perfect tippity top, it's going to cause the market to spike and drop, spike and drop, spike and drop. So you have to pay more taxes. It's unreal. It's unreal. So I'll leave it there. I got my rant out. All right. And the fact that they even think to introduce this, to make it a standard even for the people with $100 million, it's just tiptoe totalitarianism. All right. And I really wish people that get all hyped up, tax the rich, I wish they understood what that meant. All right. And honestly, even moving, capital gains tax to, 44%, like, guys, I hate how much I joke around about moving to Dubai. I hate it. I mean, literally, some Jay's toast in the chat. Let's move to Dubai. Fact tax, they said. Like, I love America. I bleed red, white, and blue. My dude, talk to my dad about the Pleasanton name and where we came from and the Pleasanton name, my last name, is engraved in the history of America. Like, we have cousins that signed the Declaration. My great uncle appointed Robert E. Lee to his position in the Civil War. Like, for real, Google it. Alfred Pleasanton was his name. All right. And the fact that I joke around about, I'm going to leave here, I'm leaving America because of taxes, it's fucked up, man. But at the same time, like, with the money I've made just this year, all right, I could pay an exorbitant amount of tax or use that money I would have paid to buy a mansion in Dubai. Like, it's like, buy a mansion or give it away. But at the same time, you can't come back. You have to, give away your citizenship unless you like have dual citizenship, or if you have parents that live there, or you get married, or there's all those kind of rules and stuff. But like, if I was to go to Dubai, I literally have to visa home, and there's an exit tax too anyway. So it's just like, man, like it's no wonder so many people go to jail for tax evasion, bro. Of course they do. Of course they do. Like, why do you think KYC is such like a baseline argument? Crypto is supposed to be decentralized. It's not just decentralized after you beat us for tax. We mean decentralized. Like, leave me alone. I can govern myself. You know what I mean? And man, like, it's rough, man. Oh, I know what dual citizenship is, but it's not easy to get that. There's like exemptions and stuff, dude. That's a whole, I've gone down that rabbit hole. It's not just, I'll be a dual citizen. It's not that simple, bro. Don't even try to paint that picture for real. All right. But yeah, man, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for the super chat, 11-7. Something about Jesus coin. I have given the tip of my hat to Jesus Coin on the show before. Not going to do TA on that one, but I am going to jump into TA as a whole. I did just give the idea of this setup, not specific levels, but the idea of this setup to my Telegram group. 1,000 Pepe does have significant volume on PHEMEX. If you come down here, it's about 8.96 million. All right. Also, ApeCoin with Doge Nero ETH. That's a new coin. I'll talk about that in a minute. Popcat, SWI. Those are really the alts we're targeting, and Optimism if you want to, because we want to be heavy in the millions in volume. Of course, you could trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, XRP, but these aren't really volatile. These don't really move like SWI, Popcat, Doge, WIF. Okay, so these are the sweet spot altcoins with volatility and volume, trading volume paired together. All right. So that is, where, this kind of the walls closing in triangle idea comes from 1,000 Pepe. It's basically just like Pepe, except they changed the denomination. So instead of 0.0000000, it's like 0.01. Okay. It's still the same coin. All right. The same chart. But, the walls are closing in here. Does look there could be a death cross on the daily. We do have a little bit of divergence ideas, heavy in the red on the money flow, but it does kind of feel like the money flow is starting to curve around there. But all in all, I will give more specific levels on this chart in the Telegram group, but at the very least, I want you to be aware of this uptrend and this downtrend, because the walls collide here, right here, point of intersection on October 7th. All right. So on October 7th, it will have already broken down or broken up. So be aware of that idea on 1,000 Pepe. Make sure you are reacting to the market. I'm going to save my Popcat setup for Telegram. I will show you this SWI chart. We've done very well trading SWI in the Telegram group, especially since the beginning of September. I mean, top to bottom, we're talking a 31% move in 6 days. A lot of this was kind of hit by this long here. 22%. And not to mention, we caught the short from the loss of this uptrend here. We caught this short, which was top to bottom 21% in 5 days. And also, guys, remember this support resistance line is extremely important. And here we are fighting for it again. All right. And we have cleared above it. We had a death cross, but now the price is, fighting above the 200 EMA, and we at least want to see like a close above the 200 EMA. And then even with this kind of local downtrend here, we could try to see, a little, maybe a push up to here would be only be a 6% move up until we run into the uptrend. So it could be limited, given unless you catch it before the breakout, which is, I don't count on that happening. And also be aware of this local uptrend here. Look at all these touches. All right, this local uptrend, this blue line here. I'll change the color of it so you can see it better. I need to pull my chart up here a little bit. Sorry. I'll make it yellow. All right, so this uptrend here is also super important because we have got above this, 89-cent support resistance level here. But, say we lose this, that's one thing, but losing this and losing this uptrend is another. And there is volume down here. So if SWI doesn't break out, we end up losing the volume. We end up losing support resistance and the uptrend. That is a cut and dry short for SWI. So make sure you have support resistance set at 0.892. You have this uptrend, both of which with alarms, and your target really becomes 82 cents or 80 cents if you want to go off support resistance, or if you want to go off the volume profile. So be aware of that SWI position. It is boiling. I did want to talk about ICP. ICP has done pretty well in the past couple days. Top to bottom, 34% in 5 days. Not bad. I do want to kind of zoom out and look at, the daily chart here and kind of just get a grasp on, it's been a long ride down the hill for ICP. It kind of has more of like the Algorand Cardano curve downtrend kind of feel. Some charts have straight up and down downtrends. Some charts have curved downtrends. And yes, curved downtrends are a real thing. So, be aware of that and try to draw it the best you can. But so when you kind of come in here, and even on ICP, guys, anchor wave, trigger wave coming out of the red, coming into the momentum wave. A lot of charts look really good on the daily 3-day. We talked about this yesterday in my on my portfolio video. Definitely go watch that video. But look, Ondo 3-day chart, bullish divergence close to a breakout. H bar 3-day chart, bullish divergence close to a breakout. Algorand bullish divergence pushing up towards 16 cents, which is the big level for them, respecting a local uptrend and has a curved uptrend pushing towards it. Bullish divergence 3-day chart. FET just about breaking out. We're going to maybe dive into that one a little bit later. Kind of this was the head and shoulders idea, very close to a breakout here. I'll slide this chart over and talk about that one more in detail as we close the show out. VeChain, bullish divergence, very close to a breakout. The graph, bullish divergence, very close to a breakout. Jasmy, bullish divergence, really very close to a breakout. Cardano, 3-day chart, bullish divergence, another example of the curved downtrend, not the straight line one, with anchor wave, trigger wave on the 3-day chart, guys. This is, I just dropped the bomb on you guys. All the altcoins are forming the same pattern. A lot of the altcoins are putting in higher lows where the lows started last year. We're respecting this. We're respecting that uptrend. Be aware and have those alarmed, because if we lose the uptrend, say it goes the other way, you want to react to that, right? Right. So when I, kind of tie this back into ICP, kind of zooming into the chart a little bit, we've established that, the bullish divergence on the large time frame looks good. But when you come into the 2-hour is where, really things start to get interesting, because we do kind of have, significant, putting in higher lows that started. The first low was in the beginning of July. This level right here at 7.79 has been a very important level, which has kind of been like, okay, you get here, boom, pop up. All right, you lose it here, boom, pop down. You get here, boom, pop up, 14%. You get here again, boom, pop up, 18%. You get my point. This level has kind of been, this one at 1779 has been an extremely important support resistance level for ICP. But now we're kind of getting up to the second most important level, which is right here. We fought over it here. There's more price action and past history of it, and we got rejected from it right here. And we looks like we could be getting rejected from it now. This is at $9.03. All right, because that level is kind of the difference of kind of getting back up into this territory. All right, so I think like local time frame stuff, like coming into the 12-minute, it does look like it's still putting a fight. The price is still above the 50 EMA, but it does kind of look like, lower high double top. We could be coming back down here for a little bit, or it, could hook and go. But that's why we don't guess and we react to the actual levels. So obviously the big 3 levels to watch on ICP, actually I'll say 4 levels, is this uptrend here, 779, 903, 902, and then I would probably say this high right here. And there's a lot of volume there at 1092. All right, that level up there. Be aware of those ones. I did talk about near on the BitBoy Crypto live stream, and basically the idea is putting in higher lows. We got a straight line across. All right, the walls are closing in. The walls are closing in. That's the story for a lot of charts right now. The walls are closing in. Point of intersection, October 6th. So by October 6th, it will have to go one way or the other, ladies and gentlemen. And you want to have alarm set on that chart so you can react to that. Also, guys, with near specifically, a couple levels you really want to pay attention to. One of them is obviously this one here from that previous top. We're still below that. And then these ones here from these like kind of baby touches wicks down along the way, and that's actually right below where we are right now. And I wouldn't be surprised. You also kind of see how these levels kind of work out from previous rejections, previous bounces from earlier this year. And that's in this bottom level here. This one's at 410 and this one's at 451. All right. And, this most recent move up, near did get rejected from this, but got good curvature on the 4-hour and is now kind of pushing up in a little bit of an EMA sandwich, is into the green in the money flow. So really, like, we've seen, a bunch of kind of rejections in here at this level. And then every time, near has broken this level, even this little spike here, that was 3%. This larger one here, 7%. This one here, 2.3%. This big one, I mean, if you caught that level early, you could have caught that trade for 27%. So, we've seen this level equal pumps for near, but you also have to zoom out and realize, say you long the break of this level, you're running into the downtrend, which is about 10% away from the break of that, 409, 410 level. So, obviously be very aware of these two support resistance levels that have, volume attached to them as well. And obviously the uptrend and the downtrend with the walls closing in on October 6th. We did ApeCoin. We've done very well in the Telegram group. We nailed this trade. I know a bunch of people nailed this trade, kind of coming off from 80 cents here, worth 6% top to bottom. And now it is holding off of that level I already gave you at 71 cents. So obviously now watch the range between 71 and 80. Just gave you some Telegram alpha in that one. So let's investigate in FET. FET is a coin I've been paying a lot more attention to lately. It is a coin that I am going to buy a bunch of. I think here pretty soon, going to be buying, doing a $100,000 portfolio build. I have been very vocal about upping, how much money I'm going to throw around on the channel in terms of portfolios, in terms of trades, of everything. I did, kind of come from a place where I don't like telling people, especially I don't want my people in my family like knowing how much money I have, especially like people coming with their hands out, and people just get fucking weird over money. And I also don't want people to think like I'm flexing on them, but I kind of have got to a point where I've done so well, it's hard to not make a bigger portfolio. It's hard to not kind of show people what I'm doing, because if you kind of, the crypto face, how crypto face got the respect of the streets doing the multi-million-dollar trades. That's what it takes. And I'm actually in a position to do very similar things that he's doing. And, I do want to throw that around a little bit more. So I am going to have a much, much, much larger portfolio build coming your way here pretty soon. And FET is going to be a large part of that portfolio. So all in all, really the main idea here is, this thing, if we're talking this downtrend, it has like for real gotten above that level. And look at the curvature of the money flow, big time, coming up in momentum wave, coming up in the VWAP. All right. And also, guys, we've been nailing FET on this channel. You know why? Because I talked about this head, shoulder, head before this came down. And I said for this head and shoulders to work out, FET had to come back down to this level to make this shoulder. So what did we do in the Telegram group? We shorted it. Top to bottom, it was worth 29% in 10 days. Nailed it. Winning. Okay. And now it is coming up to approach the neckline. So let's, hypothetical. Say we top to bottom, head and shoulders, blah, blah, blah. Pull this bad boy up, measured. Oh, why did my dictionary pop up? Pull this up, measured move, bang, bang, from not the current price, but from the neckline. That's a 38% move to $2.09. And from the current price, if it goes all the way there, that's a 57% move to $2.09. But this thing is looking like it's breaking out, ladies and gentlemen. And when you compare that breakout with the curvature of the money flow coming up in momentum, and also look at the gap in the volume profile. And this is actually kind of why this measured move here makes a lot of sense, because look, here's the volume, and look, the volume goes away until the volume comes right back out. And where does the volume come back out to? Oh, I don't know, right above the measured move. So this actually makes complete sense in terms of the volume profile. Not just blowing smoke here. So, and also FET still has another, 12, 10, 11% to go to get to the measured move. And also we are on the daily chart right now, and I'm gonna get rid of some of this chart graffiti here. But I would really like to see stay above and close above like a new candle on the daily chart. Because we kind of had we had this one open. I guess the last candle did close above it, but we haven't had like a full print like this one, for example, closing above this one. Like, yeah, this one came up and closed, but this one is the one that kind of held us up. All right. And that is really kind of what I'm waiting for on this. I mean, we also don't want to see that sharp rejection because, guys, like, we are at the top of the uptrend. There are obviously probably narratives that you could make where, this could be the point where you start the short. I hope that's not the case. And also we have a bunch of levels to hold us up. For instance, if you really kind of wanted to get fancy on this chart over here, which is kind of the level in my mind because it held us up through here. And now that has been support where we are now. The price is at 133. This is at 128.8. So I would kind of say keep it a close eye on 128.8 for FET if you're looking in the event it's short. But I think this thing is going to go up to the neckline. I think it won't happen overnight. Won't be a straight line. Never is. But I really like FET right now. But guys, like I said, we have been doing extremely well over at the Telegram group. I could not possibly be more proud of the traders in the group. Man, we have these trades right here are just the past 2 days in the group. In the past 2 days in the group, 64, 47, 26, 25, 18, 12%, 11%. That is what's up. Shout out to the Get Rich or Get Wrecked Army, Grogger Nation. If you want to join the Telegram group, send me an email at ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. All right, and now it is announcement time. I saved this for the end of the show. For the people that stick around, for the people that that care the most. Oh, did you hear that neck crack? That was gnarly. All right, big announcement. I had a series of long conversations last week, and cut to the chase. I am doing like a professional top level trading educational course, like a 16, 17 hour, 12 module trading course with Gareth Soloway at Verified Investing. I am going to be a member of the VI team. I am going to be doing a couple like 30-minute live streams a week on their platform. It's a 50-50 partnership. And he's going to come on my channel. I'm going to go on his channel. I'm going to be, a face of the crypto branch of Verified Investing. It's a big step for me. I'm staying in Georgia. I'm not leaving Ben's or anything like that, but I will be going to Florida to film it at the end of this year, or we're projecting it to come out hopefully January 25. We want to get it out early in 25 so people watch the course and learn as much as they can before the bull run. And I will be going to Florida for a couple weeks to film that with Gareth and everything like that. But it's a really big step. I think was there a side of me that thought, hey, maybe I should just do a course like this by myself. Yeah, there was a part of me that thought that, but I also think that he has done extremely well doing courses specifically in the stock market. And there's so much to learn from him. Why would I not take that opportunity and learn from the best and have my course in the most accessible place where, charting educational courses are sold? I think that is probably the best legitimate move I can make. I'm not moving from Georgia. I'm not leaving the BitBoy office or anything like that. But in any given week, you'll see me here on my channel, me on BitBoy's channel, me doing spaces with Mario Nafal, which I have one at 4:30 today, and I'll be on Gareth Soloway's channel as well. And see, those are the kinds of things I always my power has been in my ability to work with the best people in the space consistently. And that is really how I got my name. And that is what I want to continue to do. I'm going to continue to branch. I'm going to continue to grow. And I could not be more excited and more grateful to do my own trading course, crypto course with verified investing and with Gareth Soloway. So man, that's a big level up for the Grogger Nation. A rising tide, brings up all ships, like they say, right? So man, I got a lot of love for each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. I really couldn't be more grateful for all my groggers out there, all the people that are here all the time. It means the world to me. And you guys rock. So I'm going to peace out. Have a safe rest of your day. I will be live streaming tomorrow and members only stream tomorrow as well. Make sure you become a member of the channel so you can really get in those in-depth, under the surface, type videos where we really explain and talk about all the positions given out in the Telegram group. So with all that said, much love to everybody in the chat. You guys rock. My name's AJ Rice Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Have a safe rest of your day. Peace.